up, my beautiful people? Welcome to Clean Skillet, the show where we focus on quality conscious foods. I'm your host, Latifah E, and today we are going to make a juicy salmon burger with sockeye salmon. It's going to be delicious, of course. So before we dive into today's recipe, please take a moment, please subscribe. This way you can stay up to date with all the latest videos and quality conscious content. Now let's dive into today's recipe. So we're gonna start off by uncovering our salmon fillets. A sockeye salmon is a little less questionable than an Atlantic salmon, but usually more affordable and accessible than like a king salmon. So this is a good in-between space, and look at that beautiful color. One really fun fact is that sockeye salmon gets its color from the krill, the orange krill that are in the ocean. So it eats those krill, and that's how it gets its orange flesh. And again, this is a very lean cut of salmon with high omega-3s. And we're just going to pat them dry just to make sure there's no excess water. So that is patted dry. And now we're just going to lay them into our clean skillet. So we're going to drizzle a little bit of any high smoke point oil will do. A grapeseed oil, avocado oil is always nice, or a sunflower oil. So you're going to drizzle that, and then you can brush it around the pan. If you have a spray oil, you can use that, but I find that there are fillers and additives in the spray cans, and so it's usually a little cleaner and more quality to go ahead and just drizzle your oil in there. So now you're gonna pick up your salmon fillets and you're going to drop them into your skillet. And we oil the bottom of the skillet first so that whenever we bake the salmon, when it comes out, the skin will usually stick to the pan, and then this way we can easily separate the salmon flesh from the skin, and you're getting all of the meat. You paid for your salmon and you want to use as much of it as possible, and you want to get all the nutrients and enzymes that you can get from it. So now let's go ahead and season. Again, if you've been tuning into the show, then you know this right here. This is the truth. I use this on mostly all of my recipes. This is a Himalayan pink rock sea salt, and then I just like it to be just freshly ground onto my salmon fillets. You want to lightly season the salmon fillets because as you continue with the recipe today, we are going to be seasoning throughout. And this is, again, is our 4 peppercorn blend. We have those fillets seasoned, and now we're going to add a little crushed red pepper. And just take a little bit in my hand here and just, lightly some more. I like it spicy, so I usually put more spice, but you don't have to put this much, or you can totally omit the crushed red pepper. And then you're going to season with garlic powder, and you'll just sprinkle the garlic powder over the salmon fillets. And so then our very last step is going to be adding the vegan butter. So let's grab a knife, and you'll just take like 2 slithers of the vegan butter. And again, I use a vegan butter. You cannot taste the difference. It tastes just like regular butter, and it spreads just like regular butter. So it has the texture, the flavor, the color, all of regular butter. So now we're going to just take this salmon and we're gonna put it into our oven, and we're gonna let this bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. And we want it to still stay juicy because it's gonna go through a couple of more steps as we continue to make the recipe. So let's put this into the oven. So our oven has been preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to take our pre-seasoned salmon fillets and put them right into the oven and let them bake for 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna come and check back on it in 15. So we're back in the prep area, and we have our salmon fillets cooked. We're going to just mash the salmon down with a fork. You can also put this in a food processor. So we're going to next add an egg. This is an organic, large, cage-free egg. Open it up and drop. Then we're going to drop our panko breadcrumbs. These are Japanese style breadcrumb. It's just made with really simple ingredients: salt, yeast, flour, and basically that's it. So we're gonna drop that in there. Then you're gonna do a little lemon juice, and then you're going to do scallion. Now the lemon juice needs to be fresh squeezed lemon juice. Please do not use a store-bought lemon juice. It has so much fillers, additives, preservatives for it to stay fresh on the shelf. And then we're gonna go with some freshly chopped dill. Oh, that dill smells amazing. You need to be using fresh herbs if you can get your hands on them. Use them because they're going to take your meals up. They're gonna go from 0 to 100 real quick. So just put it in there. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the vegan mayo. So that's a really great way to save your calories and fat for something else. So just drop 2 tablespoons of that inside of the mixture. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of a Dijon mustard. And then we're going to add I usually do a capful of the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce? I never know how to pronounce it, but I think that's right, Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna do a capful of that. We're gonna pour that in there. That is not an ingredient that you should skip. You need it, it adds a lot of flavor. You're going to use a couple dashes of Tabasco, just a little because we're gonna add some more spice later. And then we're going to use a sprinkle of chipotle powder. All right, you got your chipotle powder going. So now that all of your ingredients are in there, you're going to just, what the Jamaicans say, we're going to mash it up, mash it up, mash it up. So there we go, see there? Me trying to make this salmon burger and perfect the recipe really all started because I love salmon and it's really hard to find a salmon burger at restaurants that's real. You know, they give you a patty that's been frozen already, and if they are using a fresh salmon, it has so much bread and filler in it that it's almost like, where's the salmon? Like you don't taste the salmon. So this is a really great way to make this at home and get what you need. So that's all mixed up. You see, it takes a little, you're gonna get your cardio in. You're gonna get a little, you know what I'm saying, got the guns going on. You're gonna get your cardio in. But it's gonna be worth it. So that's all mixed up. Just with clean hands, pick it up and put it together, mash it together, make a little salmon ball. And you can use a burger press if you have one. Give you a little salmon patty. Nice circular motion. I'm very particular about how the burger looks on the bun, so I like to give it a nice roll so that it's nice and round. And then you're going to just put that to the side and then press it down here on the cutting board. And then you can use a molder to just press down and make a perfect circle. And then you can remove the excess there and you can put it back in there. But a stainless steel molder, burger molder, cookie cutter, egg ring, those are really great tools to use for the patty. And then again, I'm just gonna press this down and then use the molder. Get this out the way so you can see. Use the molder, press it down and spin it around on the edge there and make that perfect circle so that it fits beautifully on your buns. And let's just do this last one and get it looking really nice like the rest of them. And again, using your molder, pressing down firmly and turning. It's beautiful. You have your fresh dill going on. All right, so let's take these salmon burgers and sear them for a couple of minutes per side, and they're gonna be ready to plate. All right, so it's time for us to plate our salmon burgers. We are using a brioche bun that has 4 simple ingredients. No additives, no fillers. You want to be looking for just simple ingredients that you can understand. You don't want to be seeing anything like enriched wheat flour or anything like that. So we're gonna cut these down, and we are going to place one of our salmon burgers that have been seared into the brioche bun. So we are now going to just make our own chipotle mayo. Now you can easily buy a store-bought chipotle mayo, but I find that this is cleaner, it's more quality conscious, and it is more cost effective. So just get your own, mayo. Again, I'm using a vegan mayo. You can use a regular mayo, but I would recommend a vegan mayo. And then you just scoop it into your bowl, and then you're going to just sprinkle some chipotle powder on there, and then you'll just go ahead and mix it around. And then you can adjust this to your liking. It just depends on how much spice you want. Again, I love it spicy, and so I'll add a little bit more than maybe the normal person would. You are going to just take your chipotle mayo, scoop it up. You'll just take and use your spoon to scoop it on the side of the bun. That way you get most of what's in the middle, and then you just use that to spread the mayo on top. And then we're going to lay some fresh green leaf lettuce into the brioche bun, and then we're just going to slice some organic tomatoes on the vine, and you can put as many as you like. I say if you have room to put as much vegetables as you can, put it on. And then we're gonna slice a little red onion. Sometimes I go ahead and saute these when I want that flavor, and sometimes I just slice it right on down. So then you can just scoot it right on here, right on top. And again, you can adjust this to how much you want. And then if you notice, we got beautiful colors going on here, and we can just close that salmon burger, and we can just add it to the plate here and bring it to the middle. Let's plate it. So let's try it out, see what it tastes like. So let's take this bite. You got the scallions going. The textures are nice too. The brioche bun is really light. A lot of times the store-bought brioche buns, because they have so much added fillers in it, they are kind of tough, and so they're not as light. Nice and light. The spice is right. That rhymes. Nice and light. The spice is right. Good stuff. Well, of course, I'm eating again. Thanks for tuning in to Clean Skillet. I'm your host, Latifah E. Make sure to subscribe. This way you can stay up to date with all the latest videos and quality conscious content. Like and share. Leave your questions and positive comments below. And I'll see you all next week.